Okay, here's part 1, but here's my part 2 of my video about talking about ADHD. This is basically what it's like to get medicated. Now, yes, this is going to be very sensory, like, overstimulated, but that's part of the illustration. So, like, this is what your mind is kind of like on ADHD. It's very loud, there's that was cool noise, but you can kind of tune it out, and there's music coming from somewhere, and I will be adding a voiceover to this, so there is, like, another voice going on, just like being like, don't do that, say this, say this, whatever, kind of thing. And it's a constant struggle and battle, and it just never goes away.
No, it's kind of cool.
Even when
that the Reverend
you
Audrey put into
think you're thinking nothing,
brand,
it's still,
and then Maytel when it's dumped all over it. I wonder if they're gonna make that.
Still kind of have that
like
buzz,
again, there's been more press about it, but they were gonna make that World War
and
II
like
movie, and
it's
I don't know if they're
always
gonna
there.
survive
It's
with this
ever
Mark
present.
Foster
It
movie.
never goes away really. You don't really notice it at first. It's not really that noticeable. It's just kind of slight. But it is slowly getting quieter, and you start feeling a little bit more lighter. It's weird. You start noticing things in the background buzz that you never really heard before. And things just start kind of dropping off. Until eventually things start getting really, really quiet. And then there's nothing. Just silence. And you start to realize, kind of like, oh, wait a minute. This is what normal people think like? And things get deathly silent. You can finally focus. You can hear yourself think. It's amazing. And that's how it kind of is for me. But that's when you begin to realize that you're a 21-year-old talking in his dorm room when, like, back, like, in your grandpa's day, they'd be, like, working in a business, working right now, or, like, fighting a war or something along those lines. And you just kind of feel like, oh, I have not done enough stuff with my life. And the awkward silence is still there. Until, of course, like, the meds start wearing off. In which case, things start returning. You start getting your creativity back. The silence starts getting filled with that buzz again. And you start feeling like yourself again. Things start coming back to you. You start realizing, oh yeah, this is what I was like. And eventually the music comes back and you start really like thinking, oh yeah, this is nice. I can't add 2 songs to a short, so we're gonna skip the music bit. Until eventually,
Man, I really like that.
Everything
Man,
is
I really
back.
wish we could
And it's
get
also
these
distracting that you
without
start losing focus on
spending
what you
$80.
need to
We've
do.
been trying to reach you.
It's also distracting, but at the very least it distracts you from
Remember that one time they
reality
called you when you're outside?
the, like, sad
and you were
bits
just
of the
like,
world. And this
Don't
is
have a car,
overstimulated.
goodbye.
This is
man,
a
scammers
problem.
are jerks. Remember
But
that one
you're
time that
used
they
to it.
stole your Instagram
And
account? Man.
it's better than the deafening silence of the alternative. Which is why I always put music on in the background. Because when I make these shorts, there's always music going on in my head. And they sound weird without it. I'm going to make a part 3, so have a good day.